complaint out in the open. Well,
things with now the heightened political environment that we're in?
Frankly, I'm surprised that it did create a divide, since you've had so many Republicans and Democrats repeatedly calling for Director Comey to be gone. Frankly, I don't think it matters what this president says. You're going to have Democrats come out and fight him every step of the way. I think that's one of the things that's wrong with Washington, and I think that's one of the reasons that we've got to get back to focusing on those issues and, frankly, draining the swamp a little bit.
Democratic backlash? Did he anticipate it, considering some of the past statements?
How could he have, considering the fact that most of the people declaring war today were the very ones that were begging for Director Comey to be fired. If Hillary Clinton had won the election, which thank God she didn't, but if she had, and she had been in the same position, she would have fired Comey immediately, and the very Democrats that are criticizing the president today would be dancing in the streets celebrating. So it's just I think the purest form of hypocrisy. Jennifer?
Thanks, Sarah. Two questions. One, there's a report in Israel that indicates the president has made a decision not to move the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to
successor to Director Comey. President Carter chose an FBI director. He had a blue ribbon panel advising him. Presidents Clinton, Obama interviewed several candidates. Is the president going to follow this pattern, or does he have some individual in mind at this point?
Right now, I know that there are several individuals being considered, and the first step will be determining the interim director, and that is being handled through the Department of Justice, and so I would refer you to them for right now.
And the other question I was going to ask was...
yeah, I forgot. You've got two.
I've got two, and I'm pretty nice, Charlotte, aren't I?
Scarlet, but that's okay. That's okay.
He doesn't get a question anymore.
He's not. Yeah, it's a southern thing, maybe.
Her daughter. Her daughter. Who's had a birthday. But
just want to make sure we got that in again. Happy birthday, Scarlett.
Scarlett.
Gone with the wind. Come on, John.
No, I was going to say it is a fact that the Association of FBI Agents of the Bureau only 2 former agents have been director in the last 4 decades. Will the president consider current or former agents for the position?
I would say that he's not ruling anything out at this point, but again, as of today, the Department of Justice is handling the first step in this process.
Should the Attorney General, who has recused himself from the Russia investigation, have any role in the selection of a successor? And given the fact that in his 100-day interviews, the president himself said he had confidence in Director Comey, at this podium, the American people were told he had confidence in Director Comey.
Those are big programs, big priorities for this administration, and frankly, what we'd like to be the number one thing that we're talking about here today, every single day, is FBI investigations, but things that frankly affect American voters and American taxpayers every single day.
Sarah.
What exactly precipitated the Monday meeting? Was that because of the hearing last week, and what he said there, or did the Monday meeting that the president had with the DOJ officials come out of a longer process of consideration of Comey?
The Department of Justice officials were here for other business, not specifically to meet with the president on that. The topic came up, and they asked to speak with the president, and that's how it moved forward.
Previously talked to Sessions and Attorney Rosenstein about the possibility of going this way with Comey?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Did it come up in the confirmation? Sarah.
I'm sorry?
Did it come up in the discussion process before the confirmation when the president was considering nominating Rosenstein? Did he talk about Comey with Rosenstein then?
No, not that I'm aware of. Mike?
The president's statement that he talked to Comey about whether or not he was being investigated raises several questions. Can you talk about why you're not willing to add any more to that about who asked for that and why that was discussed?
Who asked for what? I'm sorry.
About whether or not the president seems to be trying to exonerate himself in this. I mean, can you talk about why he won't add any more to what that conversation was, how that took place, when it took place?
I think it was
Three occasions. You said you'd clarify those 3 occasions and who initiated.
Yeah, again, I'm not going to get into the specific details. I'll check and see if we have follow-up on that, but at this point, I'm not going to comment any further than what was spelled out in the letter. I'm sorry?
Why was it in the letter? If you don't want to clarify or comment, why was it put in the letter in the first place?
Look, I think it was something that far above my pay grade was decided to be included, and again, I'm not going to get into the specifics of that. Thanks, guys, so much.
It would be inappropriate for the president to ask.
Look, I think it was something that far above my pay grade was decided to be.
Well, there we go. Well, we're going to get the audio in on this. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let's see if I get this off here. Oh man, later I got too much light. Let's see. Changing cameras. Can you still hear me?
You just...
Yeah, how you doing? Trying to help him get his complaint out in the open. Well, first time I asked you, what have you all done about this?
First off, we have a situation here where called professional courtesy, and I see a bunch of your stuff on the internet. And from a professional standpoint, does any one of you have a tape recorder in your pocket right now?
Yes, I do.
You do? What's the purpose of that?
So we could document the exchange.
Document the exchange.
Yeah.
Okay. From the sheriff's department standpoint, there's enough documentation that this gentleman's been provided to show that we have taken reports. So if you're going to sit here and you're going to tape record our conversation with ill intentions and to put all of our information on the internet, I'm not going to stand here and be a part of it. So you can either take the tape recorder out of your pocket and turn it off and we'll continue, or you can leave right now.
It's up to you. Well, what do y'all got to hide?
I don't have anything to hide, but I'm not going to stand here and be tape recorded for stuff that you know that's been turned in, that we can prove that's been turned in and been handled, so that you can slander our department and our names across the internet. It's not going to happen.
Well, why haven't you done anything? I got witnesses.
And before this goes any farther, if you drag us into conversation, that's the option. The option is to turn off the tape recorder, continue talking, or you can leave right now. That's the option. We're not going to be dragged into conversation. Because that's all you're going to do. You're going to...
Hello, welcome to the Man for Justice show.
Yes, hello. Did I ask? Nice to have you back.
Yeah, we're going to expose those corrupt deputies, but this is just a speculation, but the captain, maybe even the sheriff himself. We're going to discuss the documents that were submitted to various organizations, the Sheriff's Office, the Highway Patrol and the Attorney General, to which Richard has not received any help. Yeah, he has not received any help.
Why don't they want to help him?
You just...
Yeah, how you doing? Trying to help him get his complaint out in the open. Well, first time I asked you, what have you all done about this?
First off, we have a situation here where called professional courtesy, and I see a bunch of your stuff on the internet. And from a professional standpoint, does any one of you have a tape recorder in your pocket right now?
Yes, I do.
You do? What's the purpose of that?
So we could document the... Yes, I do.
You do? What's the purpose of that?
So we could document the exchange.
Document the exchange.
Yeah.
Okay. From the sheriff's department standpoint, there's enough documentation that this gentleman's been provided to show that we have taken reports. So if you're going to sit here and you're going to tape record our conversation with ill intentions and to put all of our information on the internet, I'm not going to stand here and be a part of it. So you can either take the tape recorder out of your pocket and turn it off and we'll continue, or you can leave right now.
It's up to you. Well, what do y'all got to hide?
I don't have anything to hide, but I'm not going to stand here and be tape recorded for stuff that you know that's been turned in, that we can prove that's been turned in and been handled, so that you can slander our department and our names across the internet. It's not going to happen.
Why? Why? So why always try to answer me? Why? I hear you playing. Be quiet. I think I'm broadcasting. Oh, quiet out here in a second. We're trying to log in. Well, I'm not doing it. And it's not responding. good you just didn't work. Got Panasonic here. Or probably $1,400 and I can't.
Critical alert from Microsoft. Your computer has alerted us that it is infected with a virus and spyware. This virus is sending your credit card details, Facebook login, and personal emails to hackers remote.
Hello. Oh, why it wouldn't work that way. Camera. I got too much light coming in here. Oh, big baby, we got two. Oh, what are we gonna do about that? Well, I can't eat right on here today. It's all. Come on. Stuff come off back of my desk. Kids, I had the kids over there help me last night. Called back my desk, asked me what was this for, what's that for? Yeah, I guess see one. That's a little hot, They say have all this stuff set before you go live. Well, I see that, but I don't. So we're gonna. See, I'm here in one place. Yeah. Well, I guess I can. Now it's over here. I'm going to garage sale, and I had a full bag of garage can't see it, I can't wait worth it. Shit. Yeah, it's a bag. There's probably 14 or 15 this year. I think there's 18 and AA rechargeable batteries here. Energizers. Asian batteries are brand new. He says, he brought them home, he used them, they weren't dead. He got his, God, I hate that. Let me try and do something about that. Light, here, I'm gonna close this curtain door, watch that. Why? Why is that happening? Every day. Every day I hear music. Here we go. Here we go. Now, this is a difference. Alright. There's a sheep skinner. He's doing pretty good. There you go. I wish it could one day. You know, for last night, he was looking at everything. Oh, let's screw it up. Now, it looks great. Yeah. It does, okay. Now it's got a pretty picture on it if I get sound here. God, what do you do? Oh, that's silly. I got my screen right in front of the table. God. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get back. You know, my already falls back a few years. Back from my desk. Oh man, here we go. That's where I got that camera keeps moving in it. Or something like that. I didn't do that though. I wasn't watching. I think he had that. Took my camera apart. He said I had a screw or something. Yeah. Yeah. I thought, you know. Well, here like this. Well, no, I ain't, no. Oh. Well, I don't think that we there any problems to okay. Quiet. Why is it not? Oh. What the heck? go. Here we go. Slide 2. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Yeah, wait. Come on. Action. Am I still on? Yeah, I guess this is a lot over here. Well. Okay. Try to delay this, or can you still hear me? Hello?
Did I ask? Nice to have you back.
Yeah, we're going to expose those corrupt deputies, but this is just a speculation, but the captain, maybe even the sheriff himself. We're going to discuss the documents that were submitted to various organizations, the Sheriff's Office, the Highway Patrol and the Attorney General, to which Richard has not received any help. Yeah, he has not received any help.
Why don't they want to help him?
Well, it is they thought. Well, I guess they did not believe him.
Larry, think how would you feel if you had had your own business and had got in a wreck, was in a coma for a month, been in 3 different hospitals over a period of 6 months, and no one would believe you?
Well, Sarah, didn't Mr. Winget help make a film for the National Head and Spinal Cord Injury Association?
Yes, Larry, he helped design the program to help people who have had real bad car wrecks and received a head injury.
Are you saying he helped design a program to help people who had a bad wreck?
Yeah, he is real frickin' smart. They do on it know what they have gotten themselves into. They, the Miller County Sheriff's deputies, well, they have sadly underestimated me, Mr. Winget.
Okay, go ahead, Sarah.
The 19th of March 2005, 2:49 p.m. Ruffin called to tell me that a dog had in fact fell through her cellar door. I spent 3.5 hours fixing the frickin' door. I went into Ruth's apostrophe house.
You say you went to Ruffin's. Did you think it was safe?
Well, Larry, I believe it should have been.
How was she? I mean, how was she acting?
Well, Larry, she was all giddy, real childish. Point, we talked for a few minutes about small talk, then she saw my fingers and she asked about them. Point, there was a splinter on my thumb next to my fingernail. Point, Ruffin immediately started raising her voice and being rather instant that it was not a splinter, and I proceeded to tell her that I was there. Thank you. Point, that seemed to make her very upset. It was almost as if she was having a seizure. I did not realize that she had a knife in her hand. She kinda started turning real red. And it was as if I was watching an animated cartoon. She was not breathing and turning a bright shade of red.
What?
For a brief moment I thought she was going to burst. Then without any warning she took that knife and stuck me right in the frickin' leg.
What?
It just...
Hello, my name is Lyle. I was a caseworker with Pathways for a number of years, and I worked with Rick on several occasions, and I guess the statement that this is revolving around is an incident revolving his sister, She had assaulted him at one point with a knife and had a laceration on his belly of a couple 3 inches. And hello, my name is Lyle. I was a caseworker with Pathways for a number of years, and I worked with Rick on several occasions. And I guess the statement that this is revolving around is an incident revolving his sister. She had assaulted him at one point with a knife and had a laceration on his belly of a couple 3 inches. And I felt it was serious enough of an incident to be reported by the Sheriff's Department here in Miller County. I personally took Rick down to the Sheriff's office and we talked to Deputy Miller. I don't recall his first name. But he took the information, took the statement from Rick. I also took a Polaroid picture of the laceration on Rick's stomach and was going to file that as an assault. He asked Rick if he wanted to prosecute. Rick didn't want to at that time. He wanted to think about it. Then it followed up a few months later. Some other incidents was going on. Rick was having issues with his sister, and the police had been called several times. I wanted to go down to the sheriff's office and get documentation of the number of incidences and calls that Rick is involved in with the sheriff's department. At which time I was told or informed that there were no records and they didn't have any information regarding Rick or his sister, or at least that's what we were told. I knew for a fact that this officer took a statement and took a Polaroid picture. So, but the dispatcher said there was no records, and for just whether they didn't want to give it to us or what. But like I said, they just told us that there was no records.
So they didn't explain why there were no records then?
No.
Okay. And do they have a policy of purging records that they don't use?
I'm not familiar with any purging policy, but this was...
And do they have a policy of purging records that they don't use?
I'm not familiar with any purging policy, but this was such a, within a few weeks. I mean, if it's purging or any records, it would be, years, over 5 years, I think was Pathways purging policy.
Can you describe the type of report the police officer took?
It was an assault.
Was it on? Was he writing on a notepad or a little piece of paper? Or was he writing on a form?
It was a form. Hello, my name is Lyle. I was a caseworker with Pathways for a number of years, and I worked with Rick on several occasions. And I guess the statement that this is revolving around is an incident revolving his sister. She had assaulted him at one point with a knife and had a laceration on his belly of a couple 3 inches. And I felt it was serious enough of an incident to be reported by the Sheriff's Department here in Miller County. I personally took Rick down to the Sheriff's office and we talked to Deputy Miller. I don't recall his first name. But he took the information, took the statement from Rick. I also took a Polaroid picture of the laceration on Rick's stomach and was going to file that as an assault. He asked Rick if he wanted to prosecute. Rick didn't want to at that time. He wanted to think about it.
Now you heard her way with me, and we went down to the sheriff's department, and he sheriff no more. You got a new guy down there. I gotta go down and talk to him here pretty quick. I don't know how to prove it, but I was gonna have a camera set over my shoulder and watch, because I'm down here and that white clock is name where it says you're connected to the internet. Well, the other part was gonna say I got 2 connections to it, and more closely started going move around. I go to I'll write my investors some PIs and some papers. I'll type them all out, I have read, I proofread. I get ready to push that button, send, and all of a sudden my computer will shut off, restart, or that window will close, so I lost all the work I've been doing. A friend of mine told me to set it up where it saves it every minute. Every minute it resaves it. Yeah. So I did that and I haven't lost a lot, but like I said, I want to set a camera pill on my shoulder and watch. Because I don't want to know when I find my or my AED, I got to connect it. I was only here one night. I someone had problems. Yeah, I seen all the things show up there. I didn't say anything. He says, well, don't move that cursor on it. Just shut your other computer off. Shut your other computer off. I said, sir, I don't have two computers. And he said, well, there's one coming from, what is it, Macintosh or something like that. I ain't got no other computers in my house. So, he said, well, it's come somewhere within 25, 30 miles of your house, and he was all over, you know, Afghanistan, around where all his texts were, but he can't pronounce it very good. And Tuscumbia is a Miller County, capital, that's where County Courthouse and the sheriff's department said. And he said, well, it's come down here from Tuscumbia, you couldn't pronounce it right. And he said, oh, it's come from a government organization, but it ain't them, it's somebody that works there, put a key logger on my computer. Yeah, if you don't know what key logger is, the keys on like a wrong typewriter, it's got a record of which ones you push. And it's very significant. When you type, everybody ain't different. Everybody's different. It's like signatures, like fingerprint. Because you got a certain time between like JKL and O. When I type, I've got a different space between certain letters. And when you read his key on back, you can tell who's on typewriter because everybody's got their own signature. Like there's more time by the time you put a question mark or if you're typing, there's always a certain amount of time before the period goes in. And if you know anything about this, you can compare what's on profile. Because you got one, I got one, and I ain't going to write, I can put up on a graph, and you don't want to tell who's typing. If you know who's typing, and you get a copy of what they typed, there's always certain, oh God, I heard there's always certain 9 decimals between different letters. And that's very unique to that person. And it can't really change it whether they try or not. Oh man, this is getting me job. I'm sitting here today trying to get this stuff to work. I got my laptop plugged in here and watching. And I get ready to put some up on Facebook. I'll go through videos and stuff, and I'll start great again, put them up on Facebook. And all of a sudden, my computer will shut off or that window will close. Now I've got a couple things here. I got my I watched I picked up a work one of these. I have a case on here I picked it up by the corner and broke the screen. Luckily, I've had AT&T for, yes sir, they said I had it for almost 31 years. And when it comes time to upgrade my phone, I told that pad, and it broke. And the guy running the store down here, he called up and said, man, he's got a pad, and he usually had a monster for broke. He's upgrading it all for him. And the lady, he was talking to her, he said, what? And the lady running off to wherever main operator got. Said, well, he's been such a good customer, give him next year's phone, a new one. I guess that really gets. Anyway, I got a new phone and a new pad, and my bill went down by $25. But, well, I think the guy in, he changed my plan around a little bit. Because I had unlimited dad and I'm gonna try and get up there and see and see my security camera that goes on the hours online. Let's see what I can do for too good. Oh man. It's raining out here in this yeah. That's it. See that? Yeah, no. Uh-huh. No, I don't know why. I gotta close my curtains. Let's see. And the camera going shit. Well, heck. Maybe I can use some maybe I can use some later. Maybe I can send it here. Oh, it's getting a little pissed off here. I'm sitting here, I got 3 computers going now. And my laptop, it just shut off. It just shut down. I don't know what to do about this. I guess I'm gonna have to change modes here. I got 3 modes and What?
You want to know where it's going, you said?
Yeah, I want to know if you finished it. I want to hear that 911 tape, and I want any reports. Do I have to have a court order? Do I have to have a judge sign it? Who do I have to have contact you? Garage to the left. And you go up there and see a school on the left-hand side.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Now, I didn't want to talk to radar.
Morning. Oh, hello. This is Richard Winger. Yeah, how are you, sir? Oh, no, I'm all right, I guess. I get rid of people while I'm old. And we took this bar and put tires on it. Like yesterday, I left the house and got halfway to Barnett, and I'm worried that something about 2 tires were loose. So when I seen the guy out there, that's what they were doing last night. Now, y'all come to my house here a few months ago, and my sister called and told her I was holding hostages and all this stuff, and I had large canisters, assault rifles, and grenades. I want to hear that 911 tape. And I want
You want to hear the 911
I want
tape?
to hear that.
I didn't stutter.
I want all the paperwork, all the reports generated from that.
Yeah.
What do I have to do? I got to go have it signed by a court. What do I have to do to get that information, sir?
Well, first you have to get the recording from LVPD.
It wasn't from Elvin. I thought they called 911 and went to the North County, didn't it?
No.
Because when
It
you
went to
call,
Elvin.
because if I call 911, it goes to North County.
I understand.
Okay.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Okay.
Bullshit.
And then you have to, if there's any reports on it, you have to call Highway Patrol because they were basically the primary unit.
Your people won't come up here and kick my door in and get things from my house.
Well, if you claim that, that's fine. I mean, that's up to you. I'd say you probably need to get a lawyer then, because that's not what happened, Richard.
Well, I had cameras on here in the house.
Well, if you've got camera footage where somebody came in your house in uniform and took your stuff, you need to turn it over to the proper authorities. Call Highway Patrol or somebody.
I call them. Everybody keeps coming and call that guy as you. And that's what I do. You probably got to report me dead because people up here threatened me, so I drove by my sister's house and had my camera here, and that guy come out there and ready to jump on me. Nobody wants to see me.
Well, Richard, if you're going to accuse us of stuff, I'm done talking to you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, you have a good day.
Yeah, it was real sweet, wasn't it? Real sweet. He asked him for information. He says, call. I got to get a lawyer for and get information. Well, we done a Freedom of Information Act on it. And saying it was, they didn't, these papers, now I don't know how my investigator found out the dates on the computer puts on the papers, or just like after they got the Freedom of Information Act. So it's like they got papers, and they got papers, and then they made out their reports. In them reports, they gave me documents that the Highway Patrol was there. But yet when the investigative reporter did the Freedom of Information Act on the Highway Patrol, they didn't have no report. They didn't have no record. They didn't have no evidence. They didn't have no record today we're here. And you just heard him say it was. I think it's all covered. It's like a big thin blue line. Because all the paperwork they took from my house that night was evidence that the state organization, because I called Pathways Crisis Line and told them I was having trouble. I played the tapes for them. They called the sheriff's department And the sheriff's department said, I ain't got no record, and they never come out. I got phone call records to do that. So I'm gonna get up here and put this on my, now hopefully I can pull it up a little later.
It just.
Yeah, how you doing?
Now you heard what they said. You know, I think I'm gonna put it close to 30 minutes. Hey, I'm just getting frustrated trying to go, because my laptop is shut off. And now it's putting all kinds of stuff up here on my screen. Oh, there we go. Well, it's about time I want to get off here. Yeah, I'm going to go here. I guess we'll talk to everybody if you want. Check also get some more. It's frustrating to see all this thing for 30 minutes and my laptop call. I keep hearing that. There were alarms up there. Every time one